his line of I just line up and play football is the equivalent to Wakanda always saying, I'm just trying to build a football program we can be proud of.
Yeah, exactly. That's the same shit. You're right. That's the same shit. You are exactly right.
You can tell that Jerry Jones is y'all owner.
It's sickening, isn't it?
Gentlemen, welcome back for a new episode of the Commissioner's Report, a CGI Madden League podcast. I am your host, the head commissioner of the CGI Madden League, the Game 836. I can be followed on various social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram. You can follow me on streaming platforms such as YouTube and Twitch at _Game 836. And I am, of course, joined by my co-commissioners of the CGI Madden League. First, we got The Solution 113. What's going on, brother?
What's good, fellas?
How's it going, man? How was your Madden off season?
It was lovely.
It was nice and quiet. I enjoyed it. But get back into the swing of things.
Now it's time to get back, man. It's time to get back. Joined by my other co-commissioner, the Mad 88 Titan Thanos himself, Wakanda. What's good,
yes,
bro?
Indeed. Yo, what's up, bro? What's up?
Did the Madden off season treat you well, or was there no off season for you? I saw you playing some Madden 20 games here and there.
It wasn't really an off season for me. You know what I mean? It wasn't really an off season. I was knee deep in Madden until probably like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's disgusting. I hate to hear it, man.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm an addict.
It's all good. For Wakanda, the grind never stops. Ain't that right?
Never, man.
There you go. And then since the last time we've done an episode, the last time we did an episode was pre-corona, which was February-ish, I want to say. Either February, maybe it was early March, was the last time we did a CGI Madden League episode, or a Commissioner Report episode. And a little bit after that was when we added a new commissioner to the Commissioner's Board. Now, he's not new to being a commissioner. He just took a little hiatus, a little break, and now he's back, and he wanted to let everybody know that he's still the enforcer. RedBoyLightnin, the enforcer. RedBoyLightnin is back on the Commissioner's Report. And with that, he is now the fourth host of the Commissioner's Report. What's good, RedBoyLightnin?
What's up, fellas? Glad I could be here.
Now you had a Madden off season. I know you took off Madden. How was it to you?
And the Madden off season was great to me, man. I rediscovered 2K. And yeah, man. It's a great experience.
Ball is life.
Ball is life.
And we're not talking about football. Fuck football. Well, now we're back into football. But for that little bit of time, we needed to just clear our minds of what Madden 20 was. So how about not fuck football? Fuck Madden 20.
Fuck Madden 20.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Hashtag that bitch.
Yeah, there we go. So we are back. The Madden 21 is here. We just to kind of, I guess, recap the last time we've been on your audio airwaves. Let's see. So Corona, of course, happened, and with the coronavirus, putting everybody in quarantine, that put an end to our podcast for a while because we weren't sure how to go about moving forward with it. We lost our, usual studio setup situation because of it. But of course, we've evolved over the months to follow. Everybody's doing their podcast on Zoom, so we said, hey, why not us?
That's right.
There we go.
That's
so
right.
we're in a new situation now where we're on this 4-way Zoom call and recording our podcast that way. So this hopefully will be a good way for us to be able to get continuous podcast episodes out to everybody, because we definitely would love to keep the show going. So aside from that, CGI Madden League, we ended a little bit earlier than we usually do.
Yeah.
We usually make it through most of July with Madden creeping into early August, with the new Madden creeping into early August. Didn't work out that way this year, man.
Couldn't do it, bro.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
I think everybody got burnt out from, like I said, from playing the same people over and over again. Because remember, we was doing CGI, and then we had Gridiron, and then we had the other league as well. So I think Bama's was just burnt out on top of all the BS that came with Madden 20.
Yeah.
We was just burnt out. Well, a lot of people was burnt out. I was burnt out too, but I kept playing for recruiting purposes.
You like the hurt. You like the pain. We get it.
Oh, yeah, you like the pain.
I wanted to recruit. And I know how some people are. If you leave their league early, they don't want to be in your league and stuff like that. So I sacrificed for another league.
Well, we did something unique where once we ended our 6th season, we usually go 7 seasons at a minimum. We had an anomaly year where we went 8 seasons one time. But after we ended our 6th season, we wanted to kind of inject some life back into the league. So we did a restart season where we repicked teams based off of team records. So teams that users that had lower team records or winning records ended up getting better teams this time around. It was just kind of cool way to refresh the league. We came up with some new rules. We brought back superstar abilities, which was something that we had off for 4 of the 6 seasons in Madden 20. And I don't know, we tried our best, and it's still overall just didn't do it. Didn't do it. Madden 20 was just reached its boiling point at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, everybody was tired. Like everybody.
Yeah.
Super burnt out, bro. I played 2 games and that was it.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do this no more, man. Too much of the same. Too much of the same.
Game, man. The developers, I don't know if they spent a lot of time on it or they just threw something together to get it out to the masses. But Madden 20 was one of my worst Madden experiences.
Yeah, they showed us no love. And here's the crazy thing: we're still addicts because we jumped right back in. Tuesday through Friday, we hopped on Madden 21. we need to develop that, whatever their marketing strategy is, whatever their hold is on the people. I need to figure out what they're doing up there.
You know what it is?
They don't even need a marketing strategy, bro. It's football.
Yeah,
Everybody loves football. Like, and it's football. That's your only way of playing football.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's all they needed was the NFL license and the game of football, and they got it. That's their marketing strategy, and that's probably what they tell themselves. That's probably what they tell themselves in marketing meetings and things. They're like, "All right, how are we going to market the game this year? Oh wait, we got the NFL license."
Anyway, those suckers gonna buy that shit anyway. Just throw it out there.
Let's take an early lunch.
Right.
They probably don't even have a marketing advertisement branch of the fucking company, dog.
Why would they need to?
I mean, I haven't seen a commercial. I've only seen YouTube videos, but I haven't seen any advertisement. Yeah,
they do have commercials. They don't run very often. From what I can tell, I mean, I don't watch too many TV channels anyway, but their commercials are never to advertise what you can do in the game anymore. Their commercials now are just like some random celebrity or some TikTok celebrity or something, just saying like, you want to play as, I don't know, you want to play as Patrick Mahomes, you want to throw backwards passes, you want to
like that.
At 20. And then that's it. They don't advertise what the game actually brings you anymore. It's just, hey, let's just use this celebrity face and put Madden 20 behind his head, and boom, we sold millions of copies.
They're just giving us the same game with roster updates and a couple of different things.
And minor details to the graphic. And minor details.
That's it. Very minor.
There are some minor graphical enhancements. You can kind of tell from year to year, but that's why.
Yeah, you could tell that this is technically a different game from last year, but it's the same shit, man.
Yeah. Well, this conversation leads us into our State of Madden topic of the week. It used to be our State of Madden 20 topic of the week. it's now our State of Madden 21 topic of the week, which is our reviews of Madden 21 so far. So the game officially came out last Friday, August 25th. Those that were thirsty enough to spend the extra $30 on the early release, which was last Tuesday, August 22nd. That would be none of us, because none of us care enough.
Do that.
None of us wanted to give EA an extra $30 for MUT points and cards and shit. No thanks.
Not at all.
Some shit I'm not gonna use. I'm not gonna use any of that shit.
But yeah, Madden 21. What are you guys overall thinking so far? Let's start with Solution.
Well, my thoughts, like I said, leading up to this topic, it feels like the same game with minor tweaks. I've noticed the tackling. I like that. It feels more like weighted, if that makes sense. Like you can feel the tackles and things like that. But I mean, from what I played maybe about 7 or 8 games. I mean, it's pretty much the same updated rosters. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, you don't sound very impressed.
I mean, it's like copy and paste, and let's add a couple little, bells and whistles and keep it moving.
What about you, Red Boy?
All right. So it's grown on me, man. At first, I really didn't like it, just because of the linemen lining up in different places, the mechanics a little bit off, but probably like around the 5th game I played, I really liked the tackling. I'm not gonna lie, dog. I like the tackling. I like the tackling mechanics. They weren't lying. The outside run is covered pretty well by D linemen and linebackers that have good awareness and good play rec.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that all linebackers or all D linemen do it, but to reach and get outside leverage on that tight end or get outside leverage on that tackle or that slot receiver on the outside run, the linebackers and the DNs are definitely doing it. Certain playbooks, I feel like certain playbooks were updated. I'm not gonna say which ones, but
come on, man, you gotta share it with the people. Hey, text me that though.
Oh, I got you. But yeah, man, I'm cautiously optimistic, man. Playing these exos and stuff like that, man. I'm hoping for a good year.
All right, Wakanda.
Well, y'all said everything that needs to be said. The one thing I do like is the run game is much smoother. When I say the run game is much smoother, the mechanics on how the running back moves and things of that nature.
Oh yeah,
I like it. Like I like that a lot. Like it's a little bit more realistic. You can't do the ice skate slide to the other side of the field. At least I haven't been able to do that yet. But it's just a lot more smoother and things of that nature. So it's growing on. I'm just excited for Madden just because we get to compete again. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing like CGI where we can compete and stuff like that. So that's what I'm excited for. But I still got to get back in my groove. Madden 20, I will wake up and play Madden and things of that nature. With Madden 21, I don't wake up and play it like how I used to. I'm like, I'll get to it when I get to it.
Yeah.
So, it's we're gonna see. I'm just ready for CGI to start.
We'll get to that point where you're waking up and smelling Madden in the morning. It'll get there. Hopefully. My thoughts so far, I've only played a couple of games. My first experience with the game was on the yard. I got talked into playing the yard with Trevor. Yeah, it's a
how was that?
It's a goofy, gimmicky mode. I'm like, after playing it a few times, I do want to play more. I'm not saying it's about being like my main mode or something, but it was fun. It was interesting. It was different, but it's not me. I'm not happy that EA put their resources into that because I don't think they can afford to with the state the game is in. But that's for another day, another episode where we got more time. The game itself, yes, there are some gameplay mechanics that have improved. I think I've said this a bunch of times. Though, if you read the blogs that they released over the summer, the Gridiron notes that they released over the summer, everything in those Gridiron notes and those blogs told you that this game was going to be the major gameplay patch update that Madden 20 basically never got. Fixing certain things about defensive fronts and certain things with offensive line play and fixing certain things with how the quarterback can release the ball a little bit better. And a lot of those mechanics that they released in those blogs, they work pretty well. Some of them do need some tweaking. There's some times where the quarterback is throwing out of a sack and he shouldn't be able to. And I think, that's one of those things that they plan on fixing in next week's update that they announced a couple days ago. And tackling does feel better. Like you said, Solution, it feels like it has some weightedness to it. It feels like defenders are doing a better job of stopping someone before they reach the goal line or before they reach the first down line. Even on the other end of that, players now reach out for the goal line. And players reach out for the first down line. Yeah, that part of that addition to the game is great. I don't know why it took them 30 years of Madden to get there, but
finally,
whatever. If they needed a back of the box feature, they damn sure got it. The let's see, ball trajectory, I'm still having a problem with. I think we just aren't there yet. There are some passes that I'm fitting in places that I wasn't able to last year, but I feel like it's more to do with the lack of user linebacker speed than it is ball trajectory. That's
the goal for light on that too. I need to see that in a consistent season with users and stuff like that, because they said that. I think they said that last Madden. That I think we said this before. If the linebackers' awareness or play rec was a certain, whatever it was, if it wasn't good enough, you're not going to be picking stuff out the air and doing all this crazy shit.
Yeah, last year started off good when it came to users not being able to, I'm doing air quotes here, lurk as good as they do. But of course, through patches, that eventually changed and it kind of went back to the way it always was. Actually, it got kind of worse, if you want to say that. This year, the speed of linebackers and defensive players has kind of changed a little bit because they added the change of direction rating. So that's something that people are going to have to look out for is if your linebacker has low change of direction, you're not going to be able to go and snack that interception that you would have gotten in Madden 20. Yeah, so
all those balls and all that stuff.
Yeah, so by default, because of that addition, there are going to be more opportunities to throw across the middle than there ever was. But we'll have to see if it stays that way. Eventually people are going to complain and EA might budge and make some little tweaks that are going to make it back to where it was. So we just have to hope and pray that it stays that way at this point.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could throw across the middle. I never heard of that before. Throw across the middle of the field? What's that? How do you do that?
Oh, man. Now when you got a 6'3", 250-pound person who can run 40 yards up the field and back down the field and back across the field.
Couldn't have said it better.
With my receivers, bro. Come on now.
Yeah.
That change of direction attribute was definitely needed.
It was much needed. Yeah, it was much needed, long overdue. It's a good addition. I'm interested to see how they're going to do with that when it comes to draft classes. Like I'm praying that not every linebacker comes out with a 50 change of direction rating.
I guarantee you they come out with a 50 or lower.
But we also don't want every linebacker coming out with 85 change of direction rating. Because if we have too many of them, we're not going to see any more real linebackers in the league. Everybody's going to draft a linebacker.
I don't know how that attribute progresses either. I don't know. Does it progress?
That's a good point.
I haven't seen it yet from my little offline shit. I haven't noticed anybody's change of direction attribute upgrade.
Yeah, we do have.
I think that would have to fall under that pass coverage archetype. That change of direction rating.
I would think so. That makes a lot of sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Well, that's definitely one of those things that we'll be testing over the next week or so before we end up launching CGI Madden League 21. I don't know. I mean, here we are. It's Madden season, Madden 21. We're here. Right now, the game is in a kind of awkward state because there's a lot of little bugs and glitches and players playing out of position and audibles getting messed up and hot routes. There's a lot of little bugs that the game needs work on. And they've already released some notes that says that they're going to release a patch next week, September 10th, which is the same day that the NFL actually kicks off. So I'm assuming they're going to release everything. I'm assuming it's going to be the regular season roster update. It's going to be the big patch, and hopefully it fixes all these things. If it does, then we're on schedule to start next Friday or next Saturday at some point. So yeah. Any final thoughts on your Madden 21 experience so far, fellas?
The Raiders are going to be a problem if they are in the right hands.
Man,
it's a lot of good teams that people are probably overlooking because of overalls. Yeah, but that's all I say. I don't give too much. Yeah, I don't say too much, man. My GM hat is on. This is my GM hat. So
one thing that you put me on last year, D, that I'm not going to do this year. I remember you used to always tell me that, man, you love old players. But I know you was telling me like you love old players, but you do know that those old players don't progress. So you're not helping your team because they're not going to progress. So I that's a mental note that I'm using when I GM. That's a mental note because you can progress a young linebacker in a season or two, no problem. You know what I'm saying? If you build them right. So that was a little mental note. Shouldn't have signed Vontaze Burfict.
Or Darius Slay. Or
Slay.
Or Xavier Howard. It's funny. I was on Madden 20 last week doing Hall of Fame stuff, and I looked at your roster, and you had so many like old superstars who would have been great to have in season 1, but you had them in season 7.
Right. No, seriously. Hey, but look though.
It was an all-star team.
Let me tell you something. Slay and Howard, they used to get work for me though. I ain't gonna hold you. They was like, I could have drafted a young corner and turned them into a Slay or an Xavier Howard. So I learned my lesson. Now. Another reason why you play Madden late in the season.
Real quick, I've learned too.
Something that I learned is, I know y'all know, I like to get young teams and try to build them up. And I think that kind of holds me back early on. The team eventually gets good, but then I can't really compete the first couple seasons because everyone's so young. So now, knowing that, it's kind of good to get like a mix of some veterans that are good enough to compete right now, and then some young guys that you can build up and complete your team. So that's kind of the route I'm gonna go this season.
Yeah, I'm pretty much set. I'm pretty much set on I think where I want to go.
It's gonna shock some people.
It is.
I never mentioned this team ever, so yeah.
That was a tease right there.
Yeah, it's a tease right there. That's all I can give you, though.
Yeah.
That's all I can give you.
Well, with that said, that ends our State of Madden 21 topic of the week, which is just our review of Madden 21 so far. So what are we? Today is Wednesday, the September 2nd. We're actually scheduled to do team selection starting on Friday. So that'll be
this Friday, right?
Yeah, this Friday. We're gonna start team selection this Friday evening. All the official details will be posted in the CGI Madden League Discord, of course. But we'll start team selection this Friday, and we're gonna kind of do it the same as we've done before, where it's tiered. We have our tiers. Of course, our commissioners are gonna pick first. We put in the most work to the league, so and some of us put our money into the league. So it's only fair that we treat ourselves to the top 4 picks. But beyond that, go ahead.
Go ahead. I will say this though, people are gonna be surprised because I already know the Chiefs, Cowboys, and the Ravens will be available. The commissioners are not.
You know
what I mean?
You know that for a fact?
Yeah, I do. I know none of y'all are picking Dallas.
You sure?
I'm not picking Dallas.
Well, yeah, we're not
punched in the face and pick Dallas.
Yeah, we're not picking Dallas. That would be stupid.
We're not picking Dallas. But I like Patrick Mahomes. He's cool.
You're not picking Dallas.
I mean,
I know y'all not. I know y'all not.
You like that salary cap hill? He gonna put you in?
I know y'all. I know you.
And look, but how about this? I feel like I'm a good enough GM to overcome those things.
Ooh.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's a challenge that I may be willing to take on. You never know.
He is wearing the GM cap.
I got the GM hat on.
I know for a fact you're not going to pick the Chiefs or the Ravens. I know that for a fact.
Hey man,
you never know.
We will see. But yeah, so what? Our other tiers after the commissioners will pick, we'll have our double OGs, we'll have our OGs, and then we'll have our not so OGs, I guess you can say. Still working out the details on where the tiers will fall, trying to fix them up a little bit so that they're a little bit more balanced. But and we're gonna do it like we did for CGI Remix, where we're gonna have a blind draft. Nobody's gonna know who picked who until the team selection results, which at this moment we plan to do on Sunday via a podcast. So we're coming at y'all with 2 back-to-back episodes of Commissioner's Report, where we're gonna do our team selection reveal, and that should be, like I said, this Sunday. So keep a lookout for that. And I'm interested, man. There's some good teams available this year.
Very good team.
Oh, for sure.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. So let's real quick, let's close the book on Madden 20. So the last week we did voting for the CGI Madden 20 Hall of Fame for the Hall of Fame class. The results are in, but I ain't revealing them yet. I gotta get some.
Suspense is killing me.
Suspense is killing.
Like your mind.
Yes. We're not gonna reveal them yet. We want to get some graphics and some artwork done first, to enshrine those guys in the history books. So hopefully that stuff will be done by this weekend, and we might be able to announce it on that same episode where we're going to do the team selection reveal. So if not, it'll be probably sometime next week before we start CGI Madden League 21. But yeah, keep a lookout for that. The Hall of Fame class is officially locked in, and those guys will be enshrined. And then with Madden 20, we just want to give a quick shout out to our champions that entered the CGI history books. So a long time ago, way back in season 1 of CGI Madden 20, I don't know if y'all remember, but the old Titans user, we call him Damar Haha.
Damar You know what that reminds me of? Not to cut you off. Did y'all ever watch Kenan and Kel? Repair man.
There it is.
Man.
That's Damar J. But yeah, his PlayStation name is King D3, and he was our season 1 champion. Do y'all remember that bowl?
Yeah.
That was him and Nick P, right?
It was him versus the Vikings, which was Nick's posted, and he won. He basically won the game off of, I believe he was up on a 4th and goal with the Vikings driving on the 4th and goal, and he deflected a pass away from the tight end, and then the very next play, Melvin Gordon for the Titans takes the ball 99 yards for the game-sealing touchdown. Imagine that's a soul-crushing way to lose a bowl.
Yeah,
to give up a 99-yard rush play. Oh man,
I'm throwing something. I'm throwing shit. I'm kirking. I'm doing everything crazy.
So
that's wild.
Go ahead.
He did a great job at GM in that team. He did a great job. So shout out to him. Props to him, because everybody, we was laughing when he made that Melvin.
Bro, we was clowning him when he traded. It was the Derrick Henry trade, right? He traded.
Yep.
Derrick Henry and a first. Was it?
He traded. It was a lot more than it was. I feel like it was more than that.
He made a lot of moves that year.
Yeah, and then he also acquired Jacoby Brissett. He acquired Grady Jarrett. He made a lot of moves that first season, and those moves ended up paying off. He walked right to the ball.
That blockbuster though, that first one, I think it was Derrick Henry a first and a third, or Derrick Henry a first and a second for Melvin Gordon, right?
And I mean,
and we all, dog, you could not have told me that was a good trade.
Right. It makes sense to me.
Being in the contract year and him having to sign him, plus giving up his first 2 draft picks, but he won a championship.
Yep.
And so he won that trade.
Yeah.
He
definitely did. Without a doubt.
Yep. So
I didn't understand it at the time, but hey, that's what's up.
Shout out to King D3, our season 1 champion. That was CGI Bowl 30. So he won our 30th ever CGI Bowl. He was the first person to receive our CGI Bowl trophy, courtesy of our guy Broman. So thanks to him for providing trophies for our guys last season. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Little did we know the next 3 trophies were going to go to the same freaking guy. Everybody's face just went, ugh. I can't even see Red Boy because he's in the dark right now. But I even know his face just went up.
You know his face. You know his facial expression.
Hey man, hey, congratulations to that guy, man. You know.
Yeah. So Coach D-Bev of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who originally, it's crazy to think, originally he had the Dolphins, and then our Buccaneers owner dropped out before we started. And he came to me and said, "Hey, can I take the Bucs?" I was like, "I mean, sure, why not? I guess go ahead."
Right.
And then boom, I mean, he turned that Bucs team into a major player thanks to a quarterback acquisition that he made from a division rival.
Within the division.
Let me tell you something. This is a learning experience for everyone. Never, ever, ever trade within your division.
Never.
Ever.
I
don't care if it's a 6th-round pick. I don't care if it's a punter.
Never.
Don't do it. Because it's going to come back to bite you in the ass 3
That
times.
is a cardinal sin. That's like letting the team's best player beat you.
And that was my fault. That was my arrogance. I was like, man, Cam Newton, he ain't nothing. Whatever. I'm going to start over, yada, yada, yada. He can't get anything out of him. I'm winning this trade. No. Not at all.
He had Cam Newton and Ronald Jones rocking.
Yes.
Cam Hall of Famers. He made them Hall of Famers, bro.
Yeah, Raymond James
chill.
Stadium rocking.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, that was
But fellas, never do what I did.
that may or may not have been a sneak preview of the Hall of Fame. But yeah, so Ronald Jones became an insanely sick running back for him. His running game was nearly unstoppable, as was most people in Madden 20. But and then of course on defense, he had one of the fastest linebackers in the game, in Devin White. It was a great combination of good coaching by him on his end, of course.
Man, listen, we can mention Devin White, but we have to mention Vita Vea.
Yeah,
have to mention
you're a big fan of Vita Vea.
yeah, whatever his name is.
Man,
dog.
I seen it firsthand. He was wrecking shit.
Yeah, when I would watch Devin's games, Vea was coming through that jump every single time. He was getting through the line every single time. I don't know how he was doing it, but that bad coming through the line every single play.
He did a hell of a job building that team up. That team was definitely somewhat of a project for the most part, and he did a great job. He won CGI Bowl 31, 32, and 33 back to back. I mean,
he had the dynasty. He had a CGI dynasty.
He had a dynasty in the span of 3 seasons. He's definitely up there with some of our other CGI dynasties, which include one of our own commissioners here, Red Boy. He's a member of being a CGI dynasty. So is the Dream Kid, of course, and the infamous King Scylla.
Oh shit!
he was also
Don never did a dynasty.
Don got 2 out of 3.
Okay.
So, yeah, not quite. I feel like 3 is that plat. Yeah, 3.
That's how I feel too.
Yeah. So,
but no knock on him.
No. He's got more than me. So,
tell me about it, brother.
Hey, Don, if you're listening, you're welcome.
Oh, and he'll probably type in the comments, "Thank you, Sensei."
Yeah, he will. He always gave you your props. He always never shied away from that.
He does.
Man, it's all love with Don. appreciative, man. So I still, to this day, me and him got a good relationship.
Oh, that's
I
good.
love it.
That's good.
I love it.
CGI.
I understand.
CGI bringing people together of all colors.
Man, that was a good one.
We said of all colors.
We need that more today. We need that more. And then it took 4 seasons, but Knicks posted the Vikings. He eventually got back to the bowl and won the season 5 bowl, CGI Bowl 34. So good for him. He talked a lot of shit last year. Nick, it was weird because he wasn't in the later seasons. He wasn't really that vocal. It was more in the beginning. It was him and Don and AJ Baller. They were all in the same division together, the NFC North, and there was a lot of back and forth chatter between them early on, and it was one of those things where Nick had only been in the league for a couple of seasons in CGI Madden 19, so we didn't know too much about him. But he was talking a lot of shit, like he thought it was easy to get to a bowl, and he got the one in season 1, took a few seasons off thanks to Devin, and then he got back to one in season 5 and he won it, so he backed it up. Power to him, you know? Yeah. Power to him. And that was a good team he had. The Vikings team, I mean, it's a team when you take it over, it's pretty good from the start. You got, the receivers, the running game, a solid quarterback. But
Prescott, so I mean,
He said what?
Never.
I didn't even hear you.
It was funny.
I'm still
boy slander.
Yeah, I'm still holding on to that take, Dak Prescott versus Kirk Cousins, but we could say that for another pod.
Okay. Moving on real quick.
There's nothing to talk about, but go ahead.
It's a lot of similarities there, but go ahead. My bad, D.
Nothing to talk about. No similarities. But go ahead.
But yeah, it was a good team. He had a really good running back 1-2 punch with Dalvin Cook and Tyrone Duncan, which was a guy that he drafted that was super speedy.
Yeah.
So, got him to a bowl in season 5, so congratulations to him. Our season 6 champion was none other than his buddy, CV Killer, otherwise known as Cy. He was the Jaguars. He was a pain in my side and being in my division as a Texans. And I'm just glad all the headaches that he gave me, he made it work. Or he made it pay off by getting a bowl. Because at least I can go back and say, all right, well, I lost to an eventual bowl winner.
Right. That's what I say to myself to make me feel better. Say, well, I had a division. The guy was winning Super Bowls left and right. So,
what can you do? What can you do?
We give Cy a lot of shit, but he's always been a headache to play. He's always been a headache to play.
That's the truth.
He's gotten better through the years, but I will say, because I was in the division with him, he is a headache to play. Like I don't know what he does, but he's a headache to play.
He conjures.
Bro, everybody that comes into the league initially, they got to pay their dues. They have to go through their growing pains, man. When Cy, y'all know who Cy played his first game against in CGI?
No.
Me.
Oh shit!
I beat the shit out of Cy. But he didn't quit. He stayed playing. He took the criticism in the chat. He took the ridicule from Aaron and Rambo and all them. He took the ridicule from Millie and everybody else.
Yeah.
And he eventually got him a bowl, dog. Same thing with Don. Don was a laughing stock. Eventually got him a bowl. You know what I'm saying? Or 2 bowls. I don't know how many bowls Don got, but everybody got to come in and really get punished like y'all used to do me.
Look, that was so long ago. I don't even remember those days, man. That's like a distant memory, bro.
I remember y'all used to put 60 on my head fucking every other week. Gotta play you, gotta play fucking Game, gotta play Porter, gotta play Fear, gotta play Kirk. It was like,
those are the days when I could score.
Tell me about it. I remember what the end zone looked like. I was like, damn, that's what it's like. Okay. All right.
So congratulations, Cy. Like you said, he took his lumps, but he did eventually win his first CGI Bowl. And then, like I mentioned earlier, we ended the original CGI League there at season 6. And then we moved over to doing the Restart League, CGI Remix, season 7. And there is where our guy who caught a lot of slander last year too, because he ended up on the outside looking into the playoffs way too many times with the LA Rams.
Yeah.
Bro, he was getting it the worst.
Our guy, David Lawrence, otherwise known as Dave Cool, he took all those shortcomings from the first 6 seasons and built it up into that CGI Remix season, and went ahead and got him a CGI Bowl championship. He's got a trophy on his way to his house at some point here soon.
And listen, he's another one. He's tough to play. He's another one who was tough to play.
He is definitely a headache to play. Defensively, he became one of the tougher defensive players to play against in the league.
Yeah, 100%. And it helped that Aaron Donald.
Yeah, well, Aaron Donald helps a lot for sure.
Yeah, he does. Messing up your game plan, bro.
Yeah,
easy. He will wreck your game plan. He will.
Yeah.
Throw that shit out the window.
The sidebar, I was in the barbershop today, and on Undisputed, Skip Bayless was like, I guess they voted Aaron Donald like in the top 3, and Skip Bayless was like, he shouldn't be in the top 3. It was like, Skip, like, what, you shouldn't be commentating, bro. Like, his name is clearly the best defensive player.
He know what's up. He just be saying shit, bro. He just be saying shit just to have a debate, because anyone who knows football even a little bit, Aaron Donald, to me, he the best player in the NFL. If I'm doing the draft pick right now for my team, I'm picking Aaron Donald first.
It's between Aaron Donald, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar, or Quentin Nelson. Them the 4.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. If I was a GM of a team and I was starting a team, and my first pick, I would draft Quentin Nelson, bro.
Oh,
I would draft Quentin. To me, bro, Quentin Nelson is top 5, bro.
Yeah.
Dog, this motherfucker is a animal, son. He will maul you. He will maul you, and he'll tell you about it, and then he'll go back to the huddle, come back to the line of scrimmage, and do it all over again.
Man, listen. He was so vicious. The Giants was contemplating picking him over Saquon. Like, they were like, they literally were going to pick him over Saquon, and last-minute decision, they went with Saquon. Can you imagine if we would have had to deal with that motherfucker in our division?
I'm glad we don't.
Oh, my God. Man,
bad enough, bro.
He is definitely an O-line changer. He changes the culture of an offensive line, just like that. Just by being in the locker room, on the field, he is by far the best offensive lineman.
Yeah, because if you're an awesome offensive lineman, let's put this scenario. He plays guard.
Everybody listen.
Say if you're the guard on the opposite side of the O-line. And maybe, you're good. Obviously, you're in the NFL. You're good. You have talent. But you put on the tape, right, of a game where you may have not did the best, or you may have had an average game, and you put on the tape and you see this motherfucker pulling around the corner, taking linebackers and safeties and corners' heads off. Or you see him get back in his pass set, and he's watched so much film that he knows Melvin Ingram is going to spin. And he spins and he puts him on his ass.
He put him on his ass.
It's going to make you raise your game and say, no, if this dude is on my O-line and we are O-line as a unit, I got to raise my game.
Yep.
And that's what the Colts O-line did. For real, bro. They got one of the best O-lines in the league.
Yes, they do.
97 strength. I'm looking at the roster right now. 97 strength. Oh, my God. All right.
He's eliminating people.
99
Holy shit.
On his side, he good. If they had a quarterback, they would have made some noise. Like, he's a dog. Him and Zach Martin just always amaze me. They always amaze me.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, Phillip Rivers, this is going to be the best offensive line Phillip Rivers has had in a long time, probably. So, I know he's getting older, but let's see, man. I mean,
he still can sling that thing.
Yeah, you give a good quarterback that much time in the pocket, he might be able to knife them AFC South defenses up.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
It's gonna make a difference for sure.
Bring Bring it back. Go ahead. My fault, D.
No, I was just gonna say I know for sure you're gonna knife up the Texans because they can't guard shit anyway. So
why would you say that, D? Come on, man. Have faith.
I know from experience.
But no, to bring it full circle, shout out to Dave Cool, man, because I mean, a lot of people didn't play, but so what? A bowl's a bowl. The people who played.
Bowl is a bowl, dog.
Bowl's a bowl. And I mean, the playoffs were full. The playoffs were full of active teams. So he had to go through all 3 rounds to get to where he got. So congratulations to Dave Cool. And that rounds out our new champions that we added into the CGI. Quick note. Not one champion from a previous CGI season. All 5 champions were new dudes from this year.
I think the Madden.
What's up?
Yeah.
Madden, God bless us. We prayed on that. We were saying the same thing.
no Kid, no Don, no Red Boy, no Aaron.
It feels like Kid won something, but he didn't. I'm just so used to him winning. You know what I'm saying?
He was always in the AFC Championship. He made 2 of the 7 bowls. He just couldn't close it out, unfortunately. Yeah.
Shit.
People like Kid and them, Don and them, the guys who are elite, Red Boy and all of y'all have targets on your back. So people study you. They gonna study y'all to make sure that when they play against you, they know y'all to a T. They ain't studying against everybody. You know what I'm saying? But y'all they study against, so it makes it tougher. In all
honesty, I've always felt like as a commissioner, I have a target on my back.
Yeah, because you're the commissioner.
Yeah,
we all targets on our back. They don't, you know what I'm saying? We make certain decisions. They may be like, fuck y'all. We don't.
Look, you get easy dubs against me, but
no.
But look, back to what you were saying, Wakanda. I know, for example, Red Boy. I know exactly what he's going to do every single time. I know the plays he likes. I know his style of play. It's just all about stopping it.
Yeah,
his execution is like is spot on. I'm not going to say how he does it. If you've seen him play, you know how his offense is. It's not like a lot of people's offense in this league. He does something a little bit different, which works most of the time. So he keeps you on your toes, but you gotta prepare when you play someone like him, even if you a division rival.
He over there smiling like, yeah, keep talking about me.
Look, that's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not even smiling. I had a straight face the whole time. But
hey, I thought I saw a smoke.
Hey, I don't do anything special. I've said this hundreds of times, dog. I don't do anything special. I just line up and play football, man. I got my scheme. I've been running this same scheme since the dog days of CGI.
Right.
It works.
It works for me. It's all execution.
His line of I just line up and play football is the equivalent to Wakanda always saying, I'm just trying to build a football program we can be proud of.
Yeah,
exactly. That's the same shit. You're right. That's the same shit. You are exactly right.
You can tell that Jerry Jones is y'all owner.
It's sickening, isn't it? Oh, man.
Garrett used to always say that shit. Like, Jason Garrett used to always say that shit. We be like, dog, you're not building no fucking football program we can be proud of.
Since we all,
over there
we all honest.
Shit. If you don't stop that damn clapping and start coaching, dog, fuck is you clapping for? We just threw an interception, dog. Fuck is you clapping for?
This is a safe space, right? This is a safe space, so I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think Jason Garrett and Jay Gruden are in the same tier of coach. Shit. That's it. That's all I want to say. I see this all the time.
I think Jason Garrett may be a step above him. Like when you have one step, I'll give you that, but I don't even want to talk about Garrett anymore. I'm not mad at Garrett. I always fucked with Jason Garrett. I just felt like he never had the locker room. Mike McCarthy, he has the locker room. Like you could just tell, like them Bama's, our team fucks with Mike McCarthy. And I was against the hire. I was against that joint. But when I see how he has our team, like, you know what I'm saying? This is the first season as a Cowboy where I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. And I'm so excited. I know for a fact COVID's going to hit and they're going to cancel the football season.
Calling that shit. I've been calling that shit. Yeah. Enjoy your first couple games. Right. And then niggas going to start getting sick.
We got a dog game. Our first game is against LA, against Aaron Donald.
Ooh, man.
Sunday night prime time and opening.
Of course, it's the Sunday night game. Of course.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
Hey,
you know what?
Why I
Keep
gotta
it Zach don't do good against them stout D tackles, dog. He is a Pro Bowler, perennial All Pro, and he's a dog for sure. But if y'all watch, man, like I watch, Fletcher Cox be manhandling that dude.
But look though, in all fairness, the Eagles D-line, dog, is one of those things where it's like pick your poison.
Yeah, it's not just Fletcher Cox.
It's not just Fletcher Cox. So he's dealing with all. I don't trust Looney. And that's why it kills me in the chat when they were like, you guys got the best O-line. Dog, do y'all watch?
Y'all have one of the
best. Y'all have one of the best. Y'all still top 5 O-line.
Not since Travis left, dog. Not since Travis left.
Yeah, it's a huge loss. It was a huge loss.
Let me see what Madden says.
Fuck Madden.
You might be on something.
You see Lyle Collins with a fucking 80-something overall rating. Ain't made a Pro Bowl yet.
I like
87. Zach Martin.
Zach Martin. I'm just saying, like Fletcher Cox. I don't get mad at him when he get bullied by like Fletcher Cox and Aaron Donald and those guys, because them dudes are dog.
You're supposed to get bullied by them.
Yeah, it's not a lot. He need help. He gonna need help with them.
Yeah.
And see, Fletcher Cox is the traditional NFL D line, man. Like he's 6 foot forever, like 300 pounds, probably bench press the world. But Aaron Donald is such a fucking anomaly because he like 6'1". You know what I'm saying?
I'm taller than that nigga, bro. Oh, I'm the same height as that nigga, but he's like 70 pounds heavier than me, or 100 pounds heavier, probably.
Bro, he don't look. But he uses technique and fundamentals, bro. To be his opponent, bro. He stays lower than the man in front of him. That will win every time on the line, bro.
He's already lower than most, guys he's going against anyway. So he has that leverage. So he can get up under you, can hit you with spin moves, bull rush, spins, whatever you want to do. You're at his
whatever you want to do.
He's just a dog, man. Hey, like you watch him, when you watch players like him, man, you just be like, yo, you're a beast at football, bro. Like you were meant to play football.
Right, football.
Right.
This is what you were made for.
Right.
I hope the person that recruited him initially, that got him into playing football, is getting some kind of dividends or paid at this point.
Real talk though, it's unheard of for a guy his size to be, first of all, a starter, and secondly, to be as dominant as he is at such a position where it's just trees everywhere. The average lineman on both sides is what, 6'3"? On a regular day, you know what I'm saying?
And he's the best. He's a generational talent. He's a generational talent. Like
he top two. He top 2, and he ain't number 2.
And it's a kind of a big gap between 1 and 2, to be honest with
you.
Right. Sure.
Right.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely an animal. As you can hear, we're excited for football to start. So that's good. See, that the Madden juices are flowing, guys. Football.
Yeah, it wasn't at first, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Last couple of days, I've been looking at highlights and training camp stuff. I saw
Hard Knocks did it for me, bro.
I just binged. What is it? 3 episodes now. I binged them or whatever. I was like, okay, cool. I'm into it.
So Hard
Slow motion football.
Hard Knocks is good.
Nah, that shit is good, bro. That shit is good.
Hard Knocks, man. I haven't seen a bad Hard Knocks, to be honest with you. All of them are interesting to me.
Okay, I'm gonna check. I'll watch them.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I still need to watch that too. So,
so that's cool too.
I'll try to catch up by the next time we come back around here. Yeah, but just real quick, we'll close out the show with some. I mean, we already started with some CGI Sports Den talk, but here we are. Football starts next Thursday. Yeah, next Thursday, Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Houston Texans with some limited fans. I'm sure they're going to have their championship banner drop. I'm sure Patrick Mahomes is going to throw 500 yards. Yeah, all that stuff, the usual stuff. They'll unleash Clyde Edwards
behind his back.
80
yards down the field.
Yeah,
he's doing whatever he wants.
Because that's what Madden advertises, so that's what I'm assuming football is. Football's coming back. What are y'all most excited for? I know y'all Cowboys fans, obviously Mike McCarthy, but let's do this. Let's do this. Hold on, let's do this. Outside of your own team, Let's do that. What are you most excited about for the NFL season outside of your own team?
I'm anxious to see how Cam Newton and Belichick are going to work together.
That's a good one.
I'm very anxious to see that. You know what? I am looking forward to seeing what Chase Young does because he has been dominating in y'all training camp. And I want to see if he going to do that in the regular season again.
Game. So if you want to take it away, I mean, I have something to say about that. It's the reason why he's dominating.
Yeah, it's not hard to dominate our offensive line.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, our offensive.
Hey, y'all said it, not us.
We got one good offensive lineman. We got one guy that we can count on.
I could probably go out there and make Morgan Moses false start. So.
Yeah, I can't wait till he's gone. This is his last season, right? I can't wait.
It's almost over.
Jesus, it can't come quick enough.
I'm excited to see two teams. Honestly, the Cardinals. I'm excited to see the Cardinals, bro. Especially now that Kyler got a big time number one receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited to see the Raiders, dog. The Raiders have been building and making good offseason acquisitions, good draft picks. I mean, they got this thing. We'll see. We'll see what happens. This is their first season in Las Vegas too, right?
First season in Las Vegas, and they're now almost 3 seasons removed from the Khalil Mack trade. So they acquired a bunch of first-round picks and second-round picks and third-round picks from that Khalil Mack trade. Now all those picks are in-house. All those picks have turned into players, and I think this year, between this year and next year, this is when those players are going to finally kind of step up and kind of mold what the Las Vegas Raiders are going to be. So, yes, that is good. That's a good observation. I like that.
And I'm anxious to see Jamal Adams play in that Seahawks jersey, bro.
Man.
With that, because the Corona ain't gonna have a crowd, but they ain't gonna have the 12th man.
Yeah, right.
Motherfuckers though. He's still gonna be killing people.
I'm anxious for that, yo. The NFC West is always tough. Don't balance as close to that's a division that's gonna be extremely tough with Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks, and the 49ers. That's a tough ass division.
49ers coming off the Super Bowl berth, NFC Championship win.
You know what team I'm looking forward to? I like Buffalo. Intrigues me, just for the simple fact they got a big time receiver now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Actually played well last season. I think he still needs to be better. He's I talk about it all the time. He's got a super
Josh
cannon
Allen,
arm.
right?
Yeah, Josh Allen. That is.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a super cannon arm, and it's a little inaccurate at times, but he can pretty much do anything. He's mobile. He's got enough. His arm is strong enough to fit the passes in certain areas, and I think by him having top tier number one, he doesn't really have to be super accurate. He can just get it in the area and let him do his thing.
Let me ask you. Let's I like this guy a lot. I like
set off a trigger there. I saw it.
No, I just want to get y'all opinion. I like this guy a lot. I do. Are we ready? Is Stephen Diggs really a tier 1 receiver?
I'll put you like this. It's the best receiver that he's had. Me personally, I would take maybe 8 to 10 guys over Stephon Diggs, but that's just my preference. I mean, he's not a slouch. But
no, he's not. He's not a slouch.
I've seen him at his old team been outplayed by his, I don't know if you want to, is it a counterpart or his partner?
His counterpart. Yeah.
Counterpart. I've seen him get outplayed a couple times, but I don't know if that's all on him. Because if you're a receiver, you're only going to catch what's thrown to you. So you can only catch what's thrown to you.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. I like Diggs. I've seen games where Stephen Diggs has disappeared completely, but I've also seen games where he is torch cornerbacks. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting because Josh Allen's gonna feed him the ball. We know that on Bucks that Josh Allen's
gonna be the number 1 target for sure. He's gonna get
that. Some of the analysts were saying that Josh Allen gonna be a dark horse MVP candidate.
Ooh. Did you see his number from last year?
Yeah.
It was like 20 touchdowns, 8 picks.
Like
good season.
And he's coming back to the same system. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think Diggs is like a top tier number 1, but I do think he is like scratching the surface for it. Like he's he's like knocking on the door saying, "Hey, let me in." And this is the year where he could be let in because he is the number one option. He doesn't have to worry about Kirk Cousins' favoritism towards Adam Thielen.
Kirk has favoritism. I've seen it.
Yeah, we know about Kirk Cousins' favoritism with the receivers. So yeah, I think this is a good opportunity for him to break through that ceiling and get into the top tier number one. So we'll see.
Last exciting team. I want to see what Denver do too.
Yeah.
I like Drew Lock a lot.
They saying Cortland Sutton is cooking in practice. They saying cooking that.
And I mean, he has one of the most exciting wide receiver prospects of the last couple of years right next to him in Jerry. It could be a crazy special year for that Broncos team, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
And they got Melvin Gordon and Philip Lindsay for the to split the carries, and Noah Fant. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see. Didn't they draft another tight end?
Did they? They honestly wouldn't surprise me if they did.
But no, this was already solid. Like it wasn't like it wasn't like it was a bad unit.
Yeah, they lost Chris Harris, but they were able to keep.
Oh wow!
They were able to keep Justin Simmons. What, they drafted another tight end?
His name
Albert Oku something African, but 88 speed. Holy, whoa! I don't know this guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. 22. So him and Fant both 22, 89, and 88 speed.
Oh my God!
So you running two tight end. So let me reevaluate that guy. Okay, I will. No problem.
Now that's Millie's squad. Millie called Broncos off Bucks. He been down there.
Hey, we'll see about that.
Millie, you my man. Guess what, bro? I don't know.
Yeah. That Broncos squad's exciting. I think for me, overall, not just a particular team, but this year's receiving class was super hyped up. There was a lot of exciting receiver prospects and they went from first round. They went from early first round all the way back to the fifth round with some exciting prospects. So I'm excited to see how these receivers turn out. Because it's tough without them having a preseason. They have to they got to jump straight into the fire with the regular season. So I'm looking forward to seeing if any of them are able to overcome not having a preseason. And
some good corners too that got drafted that I like sprinkled in there.
I think overall it was this could be a really good draft class overall. So I guess I could expand that and just say I'm just excited to see what all the rookies do. Really, offense, defense. It could be a really good year. I mean, a lot of these dudes should get opportunities. If COVID has its say, there might be even more opportunities down the road. Later in the season. So
yeah.
Yep. So that's what I'm excited about. Real quick, we'll go ahead and wrap up. NBA playoffs. What are y'all thoughts so far? I know tonight is Game 7 of.
I'm nervous.
Rockets OKC. We got an OKC fan in the building. You said you're nervous?
No. You know me. I ride with Russ.
Oh, you're sorry. My bad.
Russ, my guy.
Hey, Wakanda, I hate to tell you, bro. I hate to tell you, man.
You can say it.
Listen, I just don't see. I don't think they're gonna win. And the style of play, like we said before we got on air, the style of play that the Rockets, Mike D'Antoni, they need to get rid of him, man. I think he's a huge issue, man.
The only way the Rockets is going to win, Harden going to have to give him 50. Because Russ is not. He don't have his legs under him. When he shot that air ball, I was like, oh yeah, your legs not under you, bro. You know what I mean? The pass that he took, turnover that he had to Robert Covington, he was expecting Robert Covington to just stay right there. I ain't gonna knock him for that. When he shot that mid-range air ball, I was like, hey, bro, your legs not under you. Like, and you can't come into a. This is the playoffs, bro. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, and not to mention, y'all haven't been really practicing and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Prior to the bubble and shit like that. So I'm nervous because Chris Paul. I mean, he ain't one of my favorite point guards, but he got.
He's a dog. He finds ways to win. But my thing with Harden, if you need him to drop 50, if they were smart, man, just take the ball. It's easier said than done. But take the ball out of Harden's hands and make everyone else beat you. Yeah. double team him, slide over, help, whatever the case may be. But I don't think Harden. He may drop 50, he may not, but I don't think he can be your centerpiece and he take you to the promised land. He score a lot of points, but he take a lot of shots too. He gets to the free throw line.
Well, we already know it's a given. Lakers, Clippers making it to the finals. The only team that could probably give them a toss-up run for their money will be Denver. And coming out the East, that if Celtics and Miami play, that's going to be a series that we are going to want to watch.
I did not know that Celtics versus Heat was the series that I needed in my life. I really didn't think. God bless all the Boston fans that are in our fucking CGI chat, but I fucking hate the Celtics.
I hate anything Boston. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's literally paining me to watch them do the Raptors this way so far up 2-0 in their series of 7. But I mean, the matchup with them versus the Heat is clearly the better matchup in the Eastern Conference Championship.
It's because they're both deep teams. You know, Boston probably has the better. I would say they may be a little bit more talented than Miami, but it don't even matter because Miami has an answer for everything. They got shooters, they got ball handlers, they got defenders, they got guys who can rebound.
I love the way that Miami team is built.
Spoelsy and not only
he's one of my favorite coaches, man.
Man, Spoelsy is like that. He got a lot of people was shitting on him like LeBron was like the coach of the team. He was like, nah, Spoelsy. That's one of Pat Riley disciples. That you know what I mean? If y'all familiar with Pat Riley, like Pat Riley, one of the greats. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He preaches on both sides of the floor.
Pat Riley
he preaches
composes championship caliber rosters, bro. He's done that everywhere he's been. He's done that in LA. He did it in New York. He did it in Miami. And I think my theory, y'all know I'm a big LeBron fan. My theory on why they went to Miami and not to Toronto or not to Cleveland or not to another team wasn't because the nightlife in Miami or because D-Wade had the strongest personality or whatever. It's because of Pat Riley. They knew Pat Riley was going to build them a championship roster.
That's fair.
And he did, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But let me say this.
Man.
I said this in the chat, and it was ignored. I guess Bama's was asleep. Kemba Walker, Brown, and Tatum, that trio, if they can keep that trio together, God bless.
Yeah.
That is a solid ass trio, dog. Like I don't know how Kyrie ever fucked that money up. I don't know what he did in Boston. Where they were like, gotta get the fuck.
He's a super weirdo. Okay, he's the weirdest nigga ever. He's very talented. I like his game, but he is the weirdest nigga of all time, bro.
Yeah.
Of all time. He's a nutcase. So anything he does is, I chalk it up to him being crazy.
I love seeing Kemba in a good situation. And dog, like it's like him and Marcus Smart, they just fit. Like they just fit. You got two dogs in the backcourt.
I love Marcus Smart, bro.
Marcus Smart is the type of player every team needs because I like borderline dirty players, man. You got to have one on every team.
He don't give a fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
If you want smoke, he got it for you.
Yeah, he does.
You want to talk that NBA tough guy shit? Or I'm gonna push you. Everybody hold me. Everybody hold me now. Don't let me get to him. Oh, don't let me get to him. Nah, he gonna get to your ass.
I seen this man break. I seen him break. Who nose it was with the Wizard? Was it Otto Porter? I think he broke his nose. He was going up for a layup. Otto Porter was trying to chase down, block him. This man gave him this all in the bridge of his nose, and he was leaking. I said, "Wow." I was impressed. I was mad, but I was like, "Okay, yeah, get a ball."
Jimmy Butler got a little bit of that mentality too.
Yeah,
Jimmy Butler got a little bit of that mentality. Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
I would hate to be on the team with him. He's such an asshole, but he's the type of player. He's another guy. You need him on your team because he's scrap. Yeah. He's a leader. He don't take no shit. He's borderline dirty. I like it.
Think about this. T.J. Warren was baking in the bubble. He played
he was the best player
he ain't
for a
heard
minute.
shit about T.J. Warren. Like Jimmy Butler, I'm here.
Jimmy Butler was in his shit. Yeah, he was like, bro, all that shit stop now.
Yeah, like
that shit stop now.
Shout out to the Sixers. God damn, them niggas. Damn.
You know what? I think
I'm so happy they're gone.
Marcus Smart is like this generation's Tony Allen.
You know what? I'm not mad at that comparison.
Wow. Yeah.
I think he's better than Tony Allen.
I think he is too.
I'm just saying mentality-wise.
Mentality-wise,
yeah. Tony Allen was a dog. He was a dog.
I like Tony Allen, man. He was one of them dudes. He was a dog, a hard worker. He scrapped, and everything that he did, he worked for it. Like
Tony Allen
worked for his shot.
Tony
Allen was check the hardest guy.
That Celtics team that won the ship, Tony Allen was coming off the bench on that team too.
Yeah.
Strapping niggas.
You know he good because Kobe gave him props, and Kobe don't give nobody props, bro.
No, he don't.
Right.
No, he don't.
He don't give nobody no time.
Yeah. And then let's see what. So after Game 7 tonight, the winner of this game goes on to play the Lakers.
Yeah, and it's over.
Yeah. Winner of the he said it's over. We're just writing the Lakers off into the next round.
Whoever plays the Lakers, whoever goes past the Lakers or the Clippers, it's over. It's over. You're not playing small ball against the Lakers. They got something for that. You know what I mean? LeBron is guarding Harden. He's going to do his best that he can, things of that nature, but they're going to let Russ shoot. And Russ is hit or miss. He's hit or miss. When he's hot, he's hot. When he's not, bad. That's my guy. But I wish a coach sat him down and was like, you're a great talent, but I need you to, like, he plays street ball. He goes for broke. And it's like, Russ, slow the fuck down, bro.
100 miles an hour.
He gonna give you 40. But it's going to take him 33 fucking shots to get there.
And he's going to take some wild shots. He be feeling like he Kobe sometimes. He be double teaming somebody coming over to help, and this nigga jack it up. I'm like, bro, you're not even a shooter like that. But I give it to him, though. He got heart. I give it to him. He got heart like my
He got heart.
He got heart, cuz.
His basketball IQ may not be the highest. He could still average a triple-double. Can you imagine if a coach set him down and just really dog, you have to learn the game. It's different. Like coaching, I stress that coaching matters, yo. And it's not a lot of good coaches in the NBA, yo. You can see the good coaches, you know what I'm saying, based off how the team play, based off how that team play, man. And
he was a two guard in college, so he really wasn't, handling the ball like he is now. And, his IQ wouldn't be the highest because he wasn't that type of player. He was more just like a slasher in college and things.
It won't work now. A coach can't get to him now to change his game in that fashion.
Yeah, it's too late
because he gonna tell him, bro, I done got MVP. I done averaged a triple-double season twice. Like, what the fuck are you gonna tell me?
What you gonna tell me, bro?
And
exactly.
If I'm a coach, I would say, but you haven't won a ship, Russ. You haven't won a ship. You played on the team. Point. You played on the team with Kevin Durant and James Harden. And y'all in that team dismantled.
His name up. Don't bring him up around me.
Who?
The guy from Suitland.
It sounds like
I don't talk about him.
Sounds like we need to end the show.
Yeah, we should. That's a trigger right there.
You'll never hear me disrespect Kevin Durant.
I'm going to disrespect him.
Listen, if I got a starting five, out of all the great small forwards in the history of the NBA, I'm picking the man from Suitland. I am.
I may take Kevin.
You're not gonna put LeBron at the three?
I'm picking KD, dog. I am.
I'm gonna take it one step further, and this is how much respect I give him as a player. All time, if I just need someone to score, no matter what position, I may take him over Jordan. Call me crazy. The nigga 7 feet, can't nobody guard him. But that don't mean he's still.
I'm taking Jordan, Marcus, I'm taking Jordan, bro.
I gotta say,
I don't know, bro.
All right, we really do need to end this episode now.
I don't know.
We might be here for another hour.
I'm just saying, man. You 7 feet and he play like a guard.
I'm not mad at what you're saying, but I mean, man, look at Jordan's body of work. He was busting niggas.
Of course.
Since day one, he was busting heads since day one. So was KD, but Jordan was playing. They was hand.
Check this out. We really gonna have to end it. What I'm about to say, because to be honest with you, I don't really like either one of them niggas. But anyway,
cue the music. Cue the music.
Oh man.
Cue the music. We out of here.
We out of here, baby.
All right, so episode Sunday. Next episode Sunday.
Next episode is going to be Sunday. We're going to record on Sunday. Like I said, our team selection process is going to begin on Friday evening, and then we will have the results of the team selection as well as our division by division breakdown for you on Sunday's episode. And then CGI Madden League is going to get up and running hopefully by the end of next week if Madden's patch releases. If Madden's patch and Madden's roster, they release it on time. All right, so that'll do it for this episode of the Commissioner's Report, a CGI Madden League podcast. You can follow us at CGI Madden League on Twitter. You can follow our YouTube page at Clutch Gene League. You can follow us on Podbean, Clutch Gene Intel, and that'll be a wrap for my co-commissioners, the Solution 113, for the Wakanda, the Mad 88 Titan Thanos, for RedBoyLightnin. I am the Game 836. Be easy, everybody.